song, you know?
That's true. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And that would be the gas roast. We're sitting here with Reece Thurber.
Yeah,
How
we
you
are.
doing?
Doing good, dude. I got a belly full of Church's chicken.
I'll preach the word of churches, brother.
Yeah, I mean, so this was my first time having Church's chicken, and which was sick because I've done a lot of podcasts with people, and they're like, yeah, just be over here at this time. Thank you, and you don't get paid for podcasts, you know. It's just something you do because it's fun, and you know your buddies and stuff. But yeah, Lucas here was like, hey, I'm running to Church's chicken. Do you want anything? And I was like, dude, what the fuck? Yes. Of course I want Church's chicken. Are you kidding me? And I never had it, but I just know. I know the name, you know. And God, dude, I gotta tell you, these biscuits don't get enough credit. The fact that people talk about, the fact that honestly, the chicken's great, but it should be called Church's Biscuits, dude. And then they just like happen to make really good chicken on the side.
Yeah, dude, these churches, they taste like heaven.
And they come with honey packets. I didn't even use one.
Yeah, you don't need it.
No.
But they are good with the honey on it. But
I think butter.
dude, that is one thing. KFC kind of sucks nowadays anyway. I don't know about in the past, but
I haven't been to KFC in years.
me
Years.
neither. And it sucked then. But the one thing they did have was the honey butter packets. And that was a good.
You know what? Actually, the last time I went to a KFC, they were doing that donut chicken sandwich. Do you remember that? It was.
Yeah, I remember them advertising it. I never got it.
Dude, it was.
It seemed disgusting to me.
It was tasty as fuck, but I'll tell you. So they cut a donut in half and put a hot ass piece of fried chicken, and so all that cream, all that fucking shit on the outside, it just turns to fucking molten sugar. It was the messy. We got in my car. Zach was like, "We gotta go try this." We get in my car and eat those sandwiches. The messiest sandwich I've ever had in my hand, bro. Like it was dripping down my fucking forearm. Yeah, dude. Like no shit. We pulled back around. I drove with mostly my fucking elbow, and we walked into KFC and washed our hands.
Yeah.
But the sandwich was good. But what the fuck, man? You open that steaming hot box and everything's falling apart. And they put pickles on that shit, which was pretty offensive. Like, that was the one part. Like, my first bite, I was like, You're like, oh, what the fuck? And I was like, immediately knew it was pickles. So, you know, I take the top fucking donut bun off and fucking scrape those pickles out of there. But the thing about pickles is you still have, like, the remnants.
Lingers.
Yeah, like, people are like, I hate when, because I don't like mustard, which everyone tells me grow up. But, like, here's the thing about,
I don't
like
mustard that much either.
people are like, just wipe it off, and I do. I'm not about to pull back. Yeah, mustard and pickle are the two like defining things in a burger. If you eat a traditional like American burger, and
I hate pickles.
Yeah,
I don't want them.
I'll do spicy pickles. I don't hate pickles, but I don't really do like dill pickles. You know, you can't just make a fucking pickle like that. I don't know. Like, the sweetness of it throws me off. Like, you're talking about a cucumber, which is awesome. I love cucumbers. And then we soak them in, like, fucking vinegar and solution and all this shit, and they turn into something that's unrecognizable, shriveled, and weird. But spicy pickles, I don't know. There's something about how much that, like, complements. What you do is you cut a cucumber, you take Dave's, like, famous Dave's, like, pickles. You eat the pickles or throw them away. But then you like slice a cucumber fresh, throw it in that pickle solution for like a day. And then the next day you get something that's crunchy, still has some life in it, and tastes like spicy. You know?
Okay.
Perfect for sandwiches.
I would maybe try that again. But
dude,
I've accidentally tried a bunch of pickles in my life.
How do you accidentally try pickles?
You order no pickles, it comes with pickles anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
You know?
Yeah, I've accidentally tried a lot of mustard in my life.
Yeah, man. And it's weird. There's only a few situations where I really like mustard. One of them is definitely nostalgia, because my dad would make egg sandwiches, like fried egg sandwich.
With mustard on them?
Yeah, it would have like a slice of cheese, and then there'd be like some mustard in there. Just a little, just a touch for some zing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really good, actually. Or like, I think that's how they make deviled eggs too. I think they use mustard for that, and I really like deviled eggs.
I fuck with deviled eggs. I definitely
We went to a fancy steakhouse downtown, or not downtown, but you know, somewhere over there, an old place, Gorat's, I think.
Oh yeah.
And they had some special deviled eggs on the menu, and I was like, I've never been in a restaurant that had deviled eggs on the menu. This is insane.
Yeah,
So I was like, we got to order this. I didn't think they were. I think homemade ones are better.
Yeah.
They weren't worth the $15 I paid for them, I think.
$15 for eggs, bro. Have you ever made deviled eggs? It's weirdly easy.
Yeah. I've helped a lot at family, family functions, making like 8 dozen deviled eggs because half of them get eaten while they're being made.
Yeah. Dude, I used to hate deviled eggs growing up. I don't know. I wasn't a mayo guy. There's a lot of stuff that like creamy textures were just not my thing. But dude, and they have deviled egg store like restaurants. Like
no shit.
It might even be in Omaha.
Man, we're getting too specific with life.
Yeah, man.
We got a deviled egg restaurant down the road here. Wow.
Let's see. No, I guess it's maybe not. It was I remember seeing. It was like kind of like a hole in the wall place, really really small thing, and I don't remember if it was a food truck or if it was an actual like business front, but it was all different kinds of deviled eggs. You could get
deviled eggs.
You get the fried ones. There was like bacon in some of them. You could do like loaded baked potato deviled eggs, like chive and all that. Like there was a ton of different. They had a buffalo chicken deviled egg. Like it was everything. And I don't even remember if I was. It might have been in Denver, because I haven't really seen or heard of anything around here. But I remember looking at it and being like, "What the fuck?" That's sick. And then didn't go.
Of course you didn't go.
Yeah, because it's like
it's a deviled egg restaurant.
Yeah, and I was hungry. You're looking, you're like, "Fuck, food near me," and you're like, "Deviled eggs." Like,
cool, what am I gonna do? Eat 3 dozen deviled eggs?
Dude, yeah, it's lunchtime. I'm not going to the deviled egg place, but
they don't even have seating.
Yeah,
We're gonna do, take 3 dozen deviled eggs to a park and eat them.
Yeah, they like put it in a half carton too. I don't know. Man, it's weird because like if you specialize in something like that, you're not making a meal out of anything you're ever buying.
No, you're making like just a side dish and hoping that somebody's throwing a party that like they don't want to make deviled eggs for.
It's like those cupcake places, Yeah,
I've never understood how they function, and I don't get people that will go buy single serving cupcakes like that. Like that just seems so strange to me.
And they're like designer. It's like going into a donut shop and you're like, "Ooh, dude, that one looks
there's
really
this
good."
One bakery that is so good. It's way out in like the Village Point area.
You're close to Village Point, dude.
And it's dox me. But it's so fucking good. But it's like just a little place. But it is all designery looking. But it's definitely designed like you get it and you sit there and you eat it. Like there's like seating and
there's
like a patio.
I've been trying to do this for a while, but have you ever been to E Creamery in Dundee?
Mm-mm.
It's Bill Gates, it's Warren Buffett's like favorite ice cream shop in Omaha, and not enough people are like, "Oh yeah, we gotta go to like this place because they do this like crazy special thing." E Creamery is just like good ice cream.
Well, maybe I have actually.
Yeah, like everyone's always talking about like Ted and
that's what I'm always after. You know me, I'm an ice cream freak. Dog.
Yeah, you are.
I love ice cream.
We'll be playing, and you'll be like, "Yeah, I'll be right back," and I know that you're grabbing ice cream. And you do like stand-up jokes about ice cream, and like your kids take it. Like I'm the same way.
I love ice cream.
I don't like sweets all day, and then it's like 10 or 11 at night, and I'm like, "Ooh, shit, that cookies and cream ice cream is still like in my fridge. Holy shit, I should go do this." And man, I'll go for it,
Dude, I'll make these giant like 32-ounce malts and just sit. I mean, I'll take a whole blend. I'll fill a whole blender with ice cream.
So do you actually make like a malt? You have like malt balls?
Mix. Yeah, I have malt mix and malted milk and
Damn.
Put it in there. If I'm making, it's hard to find malt mix anymore, actually.
It's hard to find malt balls even.
Well, I don't use the balls. You can get just the powder.
Mm-hmm.
The vanilla is easier to find. They do make chocolate malt mix, but that's hard as fuck to find. So I've been using like Ovaltine. That's been working pretty good to make chocolate malts. If I'm being honest. But yeah, if I'm making vanilla ones, you do that. And the real secret is you put some real vanilla extract in there too. Just a little little couple drops will do you. Really makes the vanilla pop.
I feel like
I'm so good at making malts, you have no idea. I have to do it by taste though.
you like blend
like a chef, I blend it and I can just taste it. I'm like, all right, that needs just one more scoop of ice cream and just a little bit more malt powder, and she'll be good.
Dude, you and my brother would be real close. He fucking, I don't know what his, and I don't know what your deal is with malts. Like, I'll just grab a shake, you know, and like malts are kind of just like an old way of doing shakes. I feel
It's
like.
just a different taste.
Yeah,
It's an entirely different taste.
and a little bit
It's
of different like
feel.
texture. Yeah,
Yeah, it brings a. There's nothing wrong with a milkshake. It's all right, but malts are just better tasting to me.
I really do fuck with malt balls. They were
Like Whoppers.
yeah,
Or
kind of like
different ones.
my grandpa used to like there's like, and I guess it's not as popular now, but you know, you'd go and weigh out your own candy at grocery stores and stuff.
Oh yeah, I used to do that.
And he'd do that, and he'd get like, you know, these big malt balls, and you could do like white chocolate ones, dark chocolate, and he's always had this big jar in his. I'm sure he probably still does, but he's just big jar of fucking malt balls, clear fucking jar in his fucking kitchen. And I don't know, I'd grab like 2-3 of those when I'd pop over there, you know, put one in my pocket for the ride home. But yeah, my dad's huge on malts. Like,
Oh yeah, Dad loves malts. Dad loves Whoppers. That's like one of the only, like Dad doesn't like chocolate at all, but he'll dig on Whoppers,
and
because they got that, you know, they're just that malt ball and covered in chocolate.
Milk Duds are my favorite, man. Milk
Dude,
Duds
I'll
are the
fuck
fun.
with some Milk Duds.
Oh,
That used to be my movie theater thing.
Yeah.
I kind of got sick of the way they felt in my teeth, so I don't do it as much anymore. But
Yeah. But I mean, that's what I love about those kinds of candies. Like, I'm too impatient for like anything you gotta like fucking suck on. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that I you know what, I really fucked with Junior Mints too.
Really?
Yeah, I really like Junior Mints.
Fucking eat 100 of those, man.
I'll eat 1,000. You can't get them for me. They used to like give them to me as stocking stuffers on Christmas.
Yeah.
It would not make it through the day. Like,
the texture's fun on those. I like the Milk Duds because they took so long. Like Reasons, if you ever had Reasons, they're like big square Milk Duds that were dark chocolate instead of white chocolate. It was just.
I
really
remember
thick
seeing them, but
caramel.
no, I don't think I ever got them.
Those and Milk Duds are my. If I'm going chocolate, that's what I'm grabbing.
Hell yeah, I got real fucking into Caramellos too, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
You ever freeze one of those motherfuckers?
Oh yeah,
yeah, dude.
that
Gets all thick and.
I had an
that's
ex whose family used to like. He was in the dad was in the military and been all over the world and stuff. So
my ex, yeah, so he was.
yeah, her dad was in the military, so they'd lived all over the world. So they kind of fucked me up because I got to taste like British chocolate that's like made with like straight. It's just like milk, chocolate powder, like just the straight ingredients. It's not a huge fucking list like we have here.
Yeah.
Fucked me. Now American chocolate tastes fucking whack. So now I've got to like hunt down the specific chocolates. I think they're called Galaxy bars. They're so fucking good.
Galaxy bars.
Dude, that.
Were you the one that had never had a Take 5?
No, I think I remember having a Take 5. I don't remember, because that's got wafer and stuff on it, right?
It's essentially a Snickers with a pretzel. Like
It's
got
got
peanut
like
caramel.
Reese's style branding, right? It's like an orange. Like an
Yeah,
orange
or red,
wrapper.
I think maybe.
Yeah, no, I've definitely had those.
Those when I discovered Take 5s, man, like every other candy for like 3 years was just like obsolete. Everything else, because I used to be a big Reese's guy, and then Halloween of '05, man,
Too many Reese's.
too many Reese's, and I've never liked them since. I threw up Reese's that night.
Dude, I've been hardwired for Peachos for quite a few years now. Peachos is where it's at for me. But it's hard to find good ones. The trolley ones suck now.
Oh, you know what? Oh, that's what you're thinking is because they collaborated for a while. So they did
yep, that's why.
But yeah, the original, what I remember as the Take 5s were these.
Yeah, maybe I didn't. Because those always, I guess I always thought they were like 100
Yeah,
grands.
man.
Oh, that looks like almost like a turtle type thing.
Yeah, it really is just a Snickers with a pretzel in it, man. Which is, I mean, Snickers for me, like, there's a reason.
Snickers is a solid candy bar.
It is. It's a good Snickers bar. Satisfies. Like, that's a great slogan for them.
It does. I mean, you can eat 1,000 fun-sized Snickers and feel like you ate a steak.
Yeah, feel like you ate it. I don't know if I'd go that far, but dude, I mean, I've grabbed like at work. You know, you just can't eat when you're doing a physical job, and I'm working all day in the heat. And like I'd grab one like king size Snickers, and that'd be like what I'd eat until dinner. You know, no.
You know what I always liked for all that, because most of mine, gets too hot, and you fucking try and hang on to a chocolate candy bar for any length of the day. You're in deep shit. So I always like get one of those salted nut rolls.
Oh,
that was perfect. You set that up on the dash while you go and do this. Go do this yard, and then you get back in. The sun's warmed it up, so it's nice and soft.
The peanuts have kind of embedded themselves.
Yeah, and they're warmed nuts.
Yeah.
No, so
man, those were people
hated on them, but I loved them.
Yeah,
they were great.
Well, because they're also like you don't realize as a kid, but like they're one of the only candy bars you'd eat that didn't actually make you feel like shit. You know,
because it is just sugar and peanuts.
Yeah,
it's not full of other bullshit.
Because as a kid, you're like, yeah, my stomach kind of hurts and my head kind of hurts, but that's okay. I don't give a shit really. But as an adult, you're like,
pile of empty wrappers, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, as an adult, that was my breakfast and lunch for a while. Because like for a long time, they would sell the king size ones at like 2 for $4. Yeah. So I would just get 2 of them and throw them up on the dash in the morning.
Dude, $1.99 was the price I saw the other day on just a regular Snickers. $1.99. Dude. It used to be. I remember it being like 99 cents. That's crazy.
You want to talk about some shit? Yeah. I bought a pack of gum the other day. $7.
That's insane.
I was like, this is nuts. I was looking on some. You remember Bubble Yum?
Yeah.
The one with the fucking punk duck.
Yeah.
That used to be 75 cents a pack, and you'd get those 6 packs. $1.75 on clearance. That was the clearance price. It was $1.75. I was like, this has gotten out of hand. You used to just be able to take spare pocket change and go in and buy a pack of gum.
Yeah. I mean, I got mints the other day, just like a pack of icebreakers, because I don't really like chew gum anymore. But yeah, that was $4.99, and I was like, wow. I was gonna get 2 of them, one for my car, one for my house.
Yeah, they're pricing their customers out.
What a tragedy. They're getting rid of us, man.
I know, they're pushing. This has sounded just like the pod me and Taylor did yesterday. They're getting rid of us.
Dude.
I set him on one thing, and he talked about church for 40 minutes.
Is he a church guy?
He's big on faith.
Yeah.
You got no idea. You've just touched the tip of the iceberg. You just found out he had kids the other day.
I just found out how many kids. I knew he had kids, but fuck. And then he's 25, right? Or 20?
No, I think he's 28. I think he's 27, 28.
Yeah,
I don't know. He feels my age, though.
I'm sure he does. Christ, man. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he feels older than you. Man,
there's times, yeah.
Half the time he comes to Dubliner, he smells like charcoal meat. And he just doesn't smell it.
Dude, you got no idea. Going to his house and record, he's cooked me up bone broth to drink. Like, you go over there and he's boiling up bones to make bone broth.
That's crazy.
And him and his wife are all into it. They homeschool their kids, the Taylor Zaki Institute of Higher Learning. Yeah, dude, it's a place. Taylor's an animal. I love it. But yeah. This is breaking news, but
he homeschools.
Yeah, he homeschools his kids, man.
I mean, it's cool. I get it. I think you should.
I go over there. Those kids are so smart and so much better behaved than 90% of the other kids that I see.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, maybe he's got a point. Like that.
They all look like him.
A lot of them, yeah. Well, it was really the first night I ever went over there. He goes, "Do you guys want to come meet Lucas?" And they all came and like lined up like it was a military thing, just happy and smiling. And I was like, and like they said hi in order. And I was like, "Hey, girls, hey kids."
Wow, that's crazy. Lucas, so nice to meet you. Lucas, so nice to meet you.
It was so nice to meet you. It felt like a visiting diplomat, actually.
They're all like color coordinated outfits.
Yeah, dude.
All right, now run along. They do your chores before.
I called him one day and he goes, "Yeah, can I call you back in about 20 minutes? We're about to do physical exercise." Yeah, okay, dude.
That's crazy. Yeah,
They do good though. That one time he came over here and he was like, "These kids, they're wild." I said, "Yeah, they are, but they're cute and they're fun." And he goes, "You send them up to the institute for a little while. We'll get them straightened out." So, well, actually, it's not the worst idea I've ever.
No, I mean,
summer
shit.
school at the Zotke Institute might be the move.
I told him the other day, I was like, I feel like you're a great dad.
He is. He's a super good dad.
Yeah, but I was like, you do need to slow down though. Like as your friend, like you do what you want, but like just give yourself a couple years to have more
Let yourself
kids.
catch up.
Yeah, you know, I was like, dude, I worry about you. You know, like you got shit you need to do in your free time and stuff, and you ain't gonna have any free time here soon.
I'm about to be the godfather of one of his children.
That's crazy,
isn't it?
That's some wild shit. I had to crack my wrists about that one, dude. That's fucking crazy. I mean, thinking about having that many kids, just like it tenses me up, dude. I see my sister and her kids sometimes, and we were at the pumpkin patch. And now this is different because these kids, like take Taylor's kids from what you're describing. Her kids are the opposite. You go in, their house is fucking crazy, dude. Shit everywhere, like. You go into their room and like they have closets and there's nothing in their closets. It's just clothes all everywhere and toys everywhere. And they come up, they climb on me immediately. They're like, Uncle Reece, like fucking headbutt me in the balls and fucking rip my shirt and climb up my back and like they all want to be picked up except for her fucking 10-year-old. Thank God he's like fucking maturing. But Jesus, man, like. I get over there and I'm like, man, this is birth control for me, you know?
Yeah, that's what it's good for. Here's the thing about kids. It's the strangest thing in the world because after a while, you get to this point where it's, you just, all the time, you're like, if I didn't have kids, 98% of my problems would disappear.
Yeah.
That's all my issues in life. But then also, if you could, you wouldn't change it. Like, you're totally happy with that being the circumstances. It's such a weird thing. You're like, this sucks, but also I'm okay with this sucking. It's a strange place to be.
That's like I obviously don't have kids, but like that's how I feel about Keith, my dog.
I bet.
You know, it's like
after you killed him, yeah.
There's so many times where I'm like, dude, I wish I didn't have a dog because I'd love to go and do that, but you know, like even coming here, I was like, well, shit, I gotta feed him now because I usually feed him at 5 and I won't be here. Because I'll probably just go straight down from here. And I don't know, man. It's just like, but I wouldn't change it. Because, like, I don't know. I was telling you, like, man, it's really nice that you don't have, like, pets here. There's nothing, like, that's going to get into our food while we go out here and smoke and stuff. But part of me, like, kind of loves that. You know, I got to pick this up. I got to do this. I got to do that. Because, you know, Keith's around.
It gives you a purpose. Gives you a responsibility.
It does, man.
I'll give the muzzies this.
The muzzies? What are those?
Okay. I'll give them this. Their whole theory is the more kids you have, the more successful you'll be because you have to be. Which I would argue there's a bunch of trailer trash I know that would be a counter to that point. But there is something about that like if you have to do this, it's gonna be a reason to do it. Like, you know, it's going to be a reason to make more money or, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
Work harder, but.
I mean, there's certain things that you can't, like, you don't naturally elicit out of yourself, you know? Like, there's so many ways that I'd be, like, way more lazy and, like, laid back if I didn't have responsibilities, you know? And because I do, like, I don't know, man, I was a wild, like, you met me at a good time because 19 to about 25, I was just, like. It was not good most of the time. I was partying a lot. I was hanging out with the wrong people and shit. And it would have been way worse if I didn't have Keith, you know?
Like I told you guys, you met me at my most responsible I've probably ever been in my entire life.
Yeah.
I used to be reckless.
Yeah. Yeah, shit, I saw you on that 4-wheeler, man. I was like, all right, Lucas is a different guy out here, dude. I'm going to watch out.
Yeah, man. I can do it.
I still, to this day, I have no idea how the fuck I stayed on the front of that 4-wheeler. I tried to do that the next day.
I know. And the next day you got hit by every fucking tree there was. I was like, God damn, how did he do this in the middle of the night drunk?
Drunk as fuck. Like, everything was dark. Like I didn't had no idea where we were. My life was in your hands. If you were to slam on the brakes at any point.
Oh no, dude! And did you worry about it even once?
No, the second that you
was
and
I
Zach
not?
switched, that was the best. I was like, Zach, I'm gonna be so honest. I'll go with you guys, but not with you driving. He was like, but like, dude, if Zach would have been driving that night,
Oh, I would not have pointed out those trails.
No.
I would not have said, "Oh, here we can take this."
Yeah.
I would not have been like, "Oh, yeah, Zach can't do this.
Dude, I had-
We'll go do this later."
I swore like I'd never been so disoriented or like turned around because I had a pretty good conception of like where we were at sky view, you know.
Mhm.
And we get to that big field where there's like a bunch of molehills or whatever, and you're like, we got to go just straight here, and I'm like, we're like miles away from the farmhouse, and you're like, no, it's like right over this tree line. And I'm like, no, like we've been
Yeah, I remember
we've been
arguing,
traveling
yeah.
like this, like I'm like, Lucas, are you sure? And you're like, I listen, buddy. You know? And I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 100% sure you're wrong, but like whatever, we got gas, you know. And you were right as fuck. We like made. I just felt like we were going like straight forever.
Yeah, because it just like it zigzags so much, but a lot of the curves can be like gentle.
Mhm.
They're either gentle or you get up to the top of a big hill and then it's just hard to the right, and then you go up another hill.
Dude, I'd
and
like to
then
go
down.
out there
Sober and in the day.
this winter. Would be awesome. We could we could buy some like big like thick plastic sleds, tie some ropes, and fucking do the trails. You know,
That would be cool.
right? You
That
know,
would be pretty fucking sick.
and then we'll just
Oh,
fucking
Zach's getting slammed into a tree.
Yeah.
Like the first corner going up that one hill.
yeah, dude. Oh, absolutely, man. We'll play because my buddy in the neighborhood growing up the neighborhood that I grew up in, his dad like had a 4-wheeler, and when it would snow really good, he'd just drive it around the streets, and we'd pull sleds and we'd play King of the Hill.
Mm.
He called it Smear the Queer, but I never got smeared, so I don't think that was an accurate name for the game. But dude, like we'd jump, like you're on your sled and you're like jumping over to the other sled trying to push him off and shit. And there's like 8 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, dude, if we went out there and did that, that would be.
So your King of the Hill was pushing each other off sleds.
Yeah.
Our King of the Hill was you stood on top of a snow pile and tried to push everybody down. That was our King of the Hill.
We played that too.
Yeah, we did a lot of
We
that.
did a lot of
Our smear the queer had a ball involved.
Mm.
That was whoever had the ball was the queer, and that's who you got.
Everyone
So
tackles it.
yeah, everybody tackles him, and then he fumbles it. And we all wanted to be the queer, you know. The ball would pop out, and everybody tried to grab the ball. So we all wanted to be queer, I guess.
Yeah, we always did. So like Modern Warfare and all those games came out when I was like around like 13 or something. And I had airsoft guns, so every winter we just I'd get like 6 to 8 guys from the neighborhood, and we do like 3v3, 4v4 kind of thing, and we just fucking crawling around in the snow. I'm pulling my fucking bolt back, and
Dude, a lot of the shit that we would do was like, yeah, buddy, come over, we're all hanging out over at the house, and then you'd like lie and wait for the last person to show up with airsoft guns pointed at the door from all sorts of different angles and just fucking light them up as soon as they walked in the door of the house.
yeah, man.
Just do that. Yeah, we did a lot of paintball too.
Yeah.
Somebody'd have a field and we'd go paintball, and then
Yeah, mom drew the line at paintball guns. She was like, airsoft, hate them, but paintball, not gonna let you.
they made me promise to get my birthday present. I could either get a shotgun or a paintball gun, and I was like, well, all my friends are paintballing right now, and they're not shotgunning.
Yeah.
Shotgun would be cool. That
But
would
like,
be
what are you
awesome,
really
but,
gonna do with it?
but like, I'm gonna use a paintball gun more right now.
That's why I have one gun. Like, I get people like collecting all sorts of guns. I think you should have a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. That's my opinion.
That's about
But-
where I sit. I've got a bow and arrow too, but that's different.
But like, yeah, you start collecting, 50 to 100 guns.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
like,
need
what
to.
do you?
If I'm gonna
really do
buy a
with these?
different handgun, I'm probably gonna sell mine.
Yeah.
Like, there's no purpose to having that many. Like, oh, well, if the end time's you're gonna carry 15 guns on your back.
Yeah.
In the apocalypse, that's what's gonna happen with you.
Yeah, wild stuff.
That's not gonna happen. You need 3, and you need a lot of ammunition. That's all you need.
Yeah, I don't get like, I don't want a toy I can't play with, and I think that's the problem with guns is people get them, then they all of a sudden are like, well, I have a gun, but it's been sitting in my closet for 2-3 years, you know, and people just want to like go out and use them, you know. They're like, well, I got a gun, I gotta use it, you know. Like I'm not gonna have a car I never drive, you know. So you go out and you go to shooting ranges, but like I don't know.
I know. I need to work on my pistol stuff because there's been some things happening in the past couple of years that make me think that maybe there's some situations that I'm putting myself in that I should maybe be
I think about
carrying
that a lot.
pistol every once in a while.
I should probably carry my gun.
There's some sketchy situations at some of these comedy shows every once in a while.
Yeah.
Somebody takes something a little too personal and they come back with a big group of their friends and yeah. So it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, but at the same time I need to practice more. I can nail shit with a rifle. I can shoot clays, hip firing a shotgun. But for some reason with a pistol I am all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
It's just it's a whole different kind of aiming. I'm not good at it. Here's what happens. My first shot is perfect, and then every other one is bad. So, that's where I sit.
I feel like, I don't know, it's easy, because mine's a judge. So most of the time I'm shooting 410, which is why I have it. Like, if somebody came into my house, that's the pistol you'd want. If somebody came into your house and you don't want to kill somebody, because I don't. I really don't. Like, if you're breaking into my house, you're probably pretty fucking desperate for money or whatever. I don't really
house
have
doesn't
that.
look like the kind of house to break into.
Yeah, right. It's like, you know,
you got to cross the train tracks to break into this house.
Yeah, and you know, it's like that's what I think too. My mom's always like, well, you know, lock your doors. I'm like, Mom, people don't come to my neighborhood to steal shit. You know, they go to the neighborhoods where people actually have money. Like my neighborhood is old people and people my age that are renting. You know, like and some like starter families, but. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't worry about that shit.
I don't worry about that shit out here either. I mean, this neighborhood is like people that make just enough money to rent in this neighborhood. That's all it is. It's not people with money. It's people that are living right at the edge of their means.
There's also
just because they have to, because they have kids and they need to keep them in a certain area. Because
there's also the thing about like neighborhoods like this where if most neighborhoods don't get robbed because the houses are like pretty much stacked on top of each other. Yeah. Everyone's got Ring doorbells. Like, there's just there's too high a propensity that you're gonna get caught. You know, people go out and like rob places in Bennington. You know, like when you can get out of the city and do some shit. That's why every time we're talking about like gun rights and stuff, city people are like, we don't need guns, and people that live out in the country are like, motherfucker, the cops are like a 45-minute call from me. You know, if I called the cops right now, they'd be here in 5 minutes. Yeah. Like fire truck would get here first, obviously, but 5 minutes max. You guys got a fire station right over here, and
fire station right over by Village Point. Yeah,
yep.
And giving it all away.
And yeah, dude, it's just I don't know, man. Like you do need to have means to defend yourself when you're not in like a large population. That's what always happens as civilization.
Well, you're not going to get a person's not going to try and rob you when there's 40 of you there. Yeah, they're going to try and rob you when you're walking by yourself to your car.
Mm-hmm. If you're smart, but criminals are so seldom intelligent people.
Oh my god,
you know.
They missed it. Evidence caught up. They got they got complacent with being able to get away with crimes for so many years.
They did.
They got ingrained in their culture that it's just really easy to get away with crime, and they're wrong. I had an ex who used to tell me about how when she was in her bad days, I'll tell you about what later, but it was, they called it fishing, and they'd just go walking down the street checking for cars that were unlocked.
Yeah, okay.
Find a car that's unlocked, take everything inside.
Yep. Yeah, we called that car hopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just...
I would never. I could never.
I actually got caught once doing it. Yeah, I was like I said, dude, I was a shit kid, and there was a lot of years. Like, I got a lot of making up for to do, you know? But I only went 3 times. Never really got money. I got, like, a pair of sunglasses once that were really nice, didn't fit my face, sold them to a kid at school. But, yeah, the last time I went, I got caught. And I was a juvenile still, so I was charged as a juvenile. And we went and, I went around with the cops and went to every house. Like, I was like, okay, this is the next one. And we knocked. It's like 3 a.m. We knock on the door. We're like, hey, the cops explain, hey, they stole something from your car. You know, I'm in the back of a cop car, like, waving.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
Yeah, I think I was 14. Yeah, I mean, I like shit like that. I got mixed up with like the wrong people that like put wild ideas in my head and then acted them out.
Yeah, I've
Like
been there.
even when I had my like airsoft guns and shit, I had a friend in the neighborhood that got an airsoft gun. All of a sudden, I'm obsessed.
Yep. No, I did the same thing, and then I got lit up on a fucking drive-by on a kid. Kid was riding a bike, another kid on the back with pegs, and I was walking home from school. Just got
By paintballs.
airsoft.
Yeah. Yeah,
Peg, yeah.
I got drive by Orbeez at my mom's the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, some fucking beater car. They live in a nice neighborhood. Some fucking beater car drove by, and guy had like one of those Orbeez guns and shot the shit out of me. And they didn't. I mean, they sting a little bit, but I was like, "What the fuck?" I immediately turned away, and my mom was like, "What the fuck?" Like called the cops and shit. I was like, "Wow."
Come on now.
But I mean, if you do start there,
Yeah, that's that's a gate. Doing Orbeez drive-bys is a gateway drug to doing real ones. I have no doubt. It's kind of like doing drive-by fart noises in the speakers.
Yeah,
that's where it starts.
Yeah.
Start by driving around playing
Dude,
weird shit.
I couldn't believe that, man. Like
they were doing
so
laps.
loud.
It felt like it was for us.
Yeah. It
felt like it was for no one else.
The second lap, like they're looking at our whole group as we're smiling at them, and yeah, I mean that was just wild, dude.
Yeah, well,
their speakers had to have blown that night. That was fucking loud.
Because then they started going up and down the parking garage.
Yeah,
and you could hear it the whole way through the parking garage.
So if you go into that parking garage, it's a minimum of I think $7. It doesn't matter if you're in or out, you still have to pay for the first hour. And so they drove around that parking garage as a joke and then had to pay to get out of it. Like, so it's like, I don't know.
That little bit just cost them $7.
Yeah, I was like looking at that and I was like, that's commitment,
They cared too much about these fart noises.
I thought it was, at first I thought it was just somebody's really shitty subwoofer. That's what it sounded like. And then
I had no idea what it was the first 2 times they came around. I was like, what in the fuck is that sound actually?
I'd love to have met them if they would have just stopped and I could ask them like 6 questions, Yeah. I just wanted to know.
Who are you? Where's your mama stay? Where's
your
daddy stay?
What's the motive, Whose idea? Which one of you?
Geniuses?
Yeah, you guys can't all come up with this idea at the same time.
This wasn't a organic group project here.
And for context for the listeners, we're standing outside of a local comedy club after a show, and these girls actually, this whole car full of girls are circling the block with the loudest fucking shit or fart noises you've ever heard. Just blaring, all windows down, blaring. And it sounded kind of like a subwoofer at first, and then they circled the block closer to us, and they noticed like our group of guys standing outside, and we're obviously getting just a kick out of it. And so they circle the block again with all their windows down, blaring just the loudest fucking fart noises ever, and they're like bumping it. Like they're like fucking, like almost dancing in the car. And then, they go into a nearby parking garage and surf every single floor of the parking garage slowly before exiting while doing the same exact thing. And it was a Monday night.
It was a Monday night at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah. They're like, we don't work
That bit was
tomorrow.
for us. We were the only people outside.
Yeah, we were the only people down there. That's crazy. Like, it wasn't a weeknight, or it wasn't a weekend night where there's like, obviously, you're going to get some people, like.
Yeah,
somebody
made kissy eyes at him, so they kept doing laps around us.
Kissy eyes.
Disgusting behavior.
You can kiss with your eyes.
They're wet. What you looking at?
What you need the carpet deodorizer for?
I don't really know why she bought that.
You pissing on the floor?
I don't know why she bought that. I think it was for the rugs upstairs, because they're really hard to get clean. That one up there is like a fucking Yeti pelt. It's got like 4 inches of like fur on it. And it's white, and it's like it's the kind of thing like to vacuum it, you just pull back, and then you have to pick the vacuum up and start over at the other side.
Yeah,
and just like do it from different
Do
directions.
you have to keep the vacuum kind of elevated, like is it long hair?
You gotta set it to the highest setting.
I have a rug that's similar to that, but I don't have a vacuum that can do it. I just wash the rug because luckily it's not. The bottom's not like that heavy, weird woven material.
This thing, it's bigger than the square between these 4 lights.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's a huge rug. We'd have to probably pay for it to get professionally cleaned somewhere, and I'm sure that isn't cheap.
No, probably not. I mean, there are, like, I have a rug doctor. Like a rug.
Yeah, we've got a similar thing. Not rug doctor heavy, but
it's like, I don't know, man.
Rug doctors are cool, but it's disgusting to think that you've been living on that gross, dirty carpet that long.
I only ever really use it. Like, I'll use it when I move into my, like, when I buy a house, probably. But I'm not going to clean somebody else's carpet. You know?
I don't know. I feel like when I was a kid, like, my mom once a year would, like, do that. Like right before, usually it was, like, right before winter, I think. So that way the house would be clean.
My parents do that still. They'll move, like, all the shit in the dining room to the living room and, like, mop everything, then reverse it, put all the couches in the dining room, and yeah, nobody's allowed in there for like 3 days as it dries.
Listen, if I'm buying a place, I'll do that, but not on a rental, man.
Exactly. No, I use it specifically to clean up my dog's either shit or vomit.
Yeah, so has that been getting worse since you killed that dog, or?
It actually had never happened until I ran him over. Yeah. No.
Yeah, he ran him over on that 4-wheeler and we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Then that dog was possessed by a fucking skinwalker.
Yeah, so we're like driving out there in the country, and you know, Lucas has got the wheel, but we switched after a little bit. I wanted to drive for a little bit, and we're going straight. My dog's running to the right of us. You know, he's just like kind of keeping pace with us. We're going not that fast. Like, we got 3 people on this 4-wheeler, so we're going like 10 miles an hour max. And for whatever the fuck reason, he thought that it'd be a genius idea to, instead of keep pace and run parallel with us, to run just straight in front of us. And
the tail caught the front wheel.
Yeah, he got dragged under the driver's side tire.
But he did stop in time. He crawled out from the middle of the 4-wheeler.
Yeah,
so
he did.
That's important. He only got 2 of the wheels.
Yeah, and so you just hear him yip as he goes under, and we're like, oh fuck, you know.
And then don't leave the part out where you drove for another 10 minutes.
Well, hold on. I stop for a second. I check on him, and I'm like, oh, he's good. And then we drive for about 10 minutes or so to see if he's good, he's keeping pace and stuff. And then I then stop again and really check him out, and I notice that he's got tread marks on his back.
Tread marks on his back, and his eyes are the size of fucking baseballs.
Yeah, his eyes were bulging that night. Yeah, I've never seen him look so crazy. But yeah, I mean, he
stared death in the life.
Yeah,
in the lie.
Yeah, I mean, no limp, and he was keeping pace pretty good, and yeah, I mean, it was all pretty amicable, I suppose you could say. But yeah, man, no, he probably about 2 months after that, he's been having like, and I did adjust his food a little bit, so I don't think it's because he got ran over.
He could be getting old too.
Yeah, I mean, he's 14.
That's getting there.
Yeah, it's getting there. I mean, if we're being honest, that fucking 4-wheeler should have taken him out. That should have been natural causes.
That would not have been suspicious at all had that happened.
That's crazy.
Oh, man, we've damn near drank this half gallon.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, when I saw that jug, I was like, I'll have maybe 1 glass, you know. But it's good. That's good lemonade.
It's not too bad, man.
You can tell when something's just fucking straight up, like sugar water, you know. They just use like, oh no, dude, that's all you. I got all this agua on me.
Well, this is water too, just with a lemon in it. Oh, you know what this would be perfect for? Pissing on the road. Look at that wide mouth. It's real flexible.
Honestly, that is a perfect piss jug.
That's a perfect piss jug.
You know what sucks is like the only jug you ever have around when you gotta piss is like a 12 ounce, and if you really gotta piss at the wheel, you're pissing more than 12
First
ounces.
of all, it's more than 12 ounces. Secondly,
yeah,
if you're trying to, you gotta like bend the bottle and to get it real, get situated weird. Where you can't fill it all the way up anyway.
No, you're cutting off. And what I do, and because I never wear shorts and it sucks, so I'll usually, you know, you're like on the highway or something, and I take one leg out and then shift my pants like upward, so then my dick can come out of like kind of the back area, you know.
Your dick comes out the back.
Yeah. Like where I get, and then and then I'll pee sideways with one full leg out. But if you have shorts on, you can kind of like hike your shorts up enough, pull your thing out, and do it that way. But you gotta like, you're like, it's like when you're like reading a text message. You know, you're like looking at you're looking at it, and then you're looking down, and then you're looking up, and then you're looking down, because like you overfill that shit and you piss in your car. It's like one of the worst feelings.
And you got pissy pants too. Like,
yeah,
you're getting pissy pants.
Yeah, you're sitting in your piss too. Yeah, it's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah, no, see, I just go full, pull them down to about here, lift yourself off the seat a little bit. Just get the tip to slide in, because I've usually got a Gatorade bottle that's got a good mouth on it.
You need that, yeah, because when
need
you
that,
get...
or the quart jugs of chocolate milk. You chug that chocolate milk down, then you refill the quart jug.
Something tells me you enjoy pissing in chocolate milk jugs.
It's not a matter of enjoyment. It's a matter of practicality.
I think it's a slightly sexual thing for you.
Yeah,
especially because it's a chocolate milk jug.
Yeah,
and I know your sexual history.
That's true.
Yeah, I think you're looking at that and you're like, yeah, you fucking like that.
Yeah. Thanks, Dr. Reece. You've made a breakthrough.
You're like, man, I was just trying to piss. I didn't know I'd chase it with a little cum there at the end.
You know, you gotta top it off. Put the foam on top, you know?
Yeah, people are in your car. You're like, no, don't drink that.
Nope, not that one. Different bottle.
But it looks like, I guess it doesn't look like chocolate milk. And because you have remnants, you know, you're going to have, like, milk's weird. It's thick.
It sticks to the sides.
Dude, why am I getting... Yeah, so people just...
Well. I got a Guns N' Roses song to show you.
Yeah.
You know that song?
Dude, I just don't, like... We were talking about it earlier, but it's sketchy. Like, you know, Cassidy, the bartender's great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she got to the bar, she like ran up to him, he like lifted her up and spun her around and shit. I'm like, all right, like
that's a lot.
Yeah,
that is a lot to swallow.
Yeah,
if you're in that position.
And I was just like,
that needs to be a hey, and maybe like a one of them.
Yeah, and if you're in front of a guy, you're like trying to impress and like, you know,
not behaving like that, you know.
Yeah, and so I mean, it was that, and I was just like, you're just not like, she's not with it enough, you know. She's not like witty and smart and like conscious enough for me to deal with all the rest of the shit. Because if she was like a real one, like if I knew, like, despite everything else, her personality and mine like really matched up, then I'd put up with it and we could work on it, you know.
Right.
But we just don't, you know. And I'm not gonna try and like create a person, you know. Great. That's the sound of you pissing in a chocolate milk jug.
It does sound like applause when I get done.
That sounded like rain for a second.
Oh, that was because the crowd was into it. This lively crowd we've got. Yeah, that's a tough nugget to swallow. That's a weird person that can't even that wouldn't even think of it that way. Like, because that's
yeah.
You know, I know all the female bartenders, but if I was taking a girl out on a date, if I was out taking Nye out someplace, I wouldn't run up and swing them around. Like,
yeah,
that's a lot.
It's a weird thing, man. And you know, it's her energy that initiates it too. She's like, oh my god!
Yeah,
like,
it's not like they're starting it and she's just playing along.
It's a whole weird thing. You have a USB-C down here?
Right now, I think the only one I have is the one that runs the soundboard into the computer.
That's all right. I'll charge this after. What oh, you have micro USB for your controller?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. In the back of the, this is the old Xbox One. Oh, this is.
It is. It's fucking micro.
The original, dude. That's why it takes me so long to load in sometimes.
Yeah.
Once I'm in, it runs fine.
We gotta get you an X.
Yeah, that would be cool. Because this one's starting to get some issues.
I honestly can't even believe.
I pre-ordered that.
Yeah.
That is the first run off of the.
That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
Mine finally shit itself. I took it to my friend's house, and it fucking. I was playing at my place out in Oregon, brought it over, and it just never turned back on. And I was like, it could be the power supply, probably. You know, like I get a new brick, but fuck it, you know.
I
Xbox X is out.
This will really boggle your mind. My 360 still works fine.
That's crazy.
And I bought a 360 arcade. I didn't even have one of the black ones. I had the white one.
That's crazy.
With the white tray. It didn't even have built-in Wi-Fi. I had to have
the thing on the back.
I hardwired mine in.
Wow.
I just ran a 70-foot Ethernet cable across the house.
That's what we did, yeah.
Straight into the router. But, yeah, I had one of them, and it's still, I think my sister still uses it and plays games on it. Because she's not a big video game person, but there's a couple games on there she really likes. So, I think she still fires that fucker up.
Yeah, man.
My Sega Genesis, yeah, I think there's just one wire that came loose. All I'd have to do is take the cover off it and resolder it, and my Sega Genesis was still running up until like a year ago. And that came out in like 96. I take good care of my electronics.
96.
I usually can keep my electronics running pretty good. I try to buy quality ones and keep them together.
Oh no, like certain things like really fucking surprise me. I have a fan that's from my grandma that fucking it's going fine, you know.
Dude, them old fans run way better than new ones. I've burnt out more new fans than I ever have old ones.
And the old heaters are the opposite, because the new heaters are like, hey, this is getting really hot and probably could start a fire. We're gonna auto shut down now. And the old heaters are like, they'll start melting themselves, you know.
Oh, I will die to heat you.
Yeah.
I will die to warm you up.
Yeah, dude.
That's the kind of robots we need.
That is. Yeah, the robots used to be more loyal.
They used to be more loyal. They're starting to turn. They're starting to worry about themselves a little too much. You ask me, you know.
Fuck, man. Yeah, even carbureted engines, you know. Once you snap a rod, that thing will keep turning until it fucking catches on something, you know. A new car will start, like, it'll start to have a bent rod, and the computer's like, nope, we won't let you turn the engine on.
And I get that, but
which is
just
great.
for what cars are, though, for what they really are at their base, I still think that cars should be at least simple enough that 99% of the time a basic person could fix it if they're stranded on the side of the road.
Yeah. It should be adult Legos.
It should be a lot simpler than it really is.
Yeah.
That shit's getting way too much into you have to come to the dealership to get this fixed. Like, you change the fuel filter in it, but the computer needs reset, and they can only do that at the dealership.
The pewter, dude.
Them fucking pewters, man.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of them.
One of my buddy's dads, he knows that, like, my buddy knows that I, like, kind of work on cars. I'm not a fucking mechanic. I would say most people know more than what I do, you know? But he's like, hey, my dad has a question about his Corvette. And I was like, okay, you know, shoot. And I thought he was talking about a classic Corvette. He's talking about a 2021 Corvette or something. And I was like, oh, and he's like, it's the computer. The computer needs to be replaced. And, you know, I can't find the computer under the hood. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. There's not an actual, like, if you're looking for a laptop, you're a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be having to be looked for a motherboard. Yeah. And they usually hide that shit like 3 or 4 layers deep and stuff. Like,
I'm like, dude,
my dad knows how to do that stuff, but it's not like a real easy deal. Like, you gotta like take the fuse box out and go like another layer under the fuse box, and then take.
It's usually not like a computer issue. It's like a fuse or a wiring thing, or like, you know. But like now there's so many fail safes that like, I don't know what the fuck to, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the fact that you're telling me that there's a computer under the hood of your car is like scaring me, you know.
Yeah, I don't like that. It should be real simple. The fuel line should run up and.
That's what I love about my Element. You put the hood up, and there's like so much space to work in there too.
Yeah, you get much more newer than my car, and it starts getting like really tough to work on.
That's why I like the old Civics, is because they're still like mostly mechanical, but their engines are nice enough to get you like 35 miles to the gallon, you know, and you can still work on them at home, and you're not gonna have like some fucking EMS warning or some fucking shit that pops up on your dash that's like, oh, take into the service because some small part of your exhaust is like maybe leaking, and now we won't let you turn the car on.
Right.
You know?
Well, my car's
a pinhole.
My car's got some fucking alert that keeps coming up. An error code is thrown about like I think it's a O2 sensor.
O2 sensor.
Or some sensor in the fucking exhaust.
Yeah, it's gonna probably be your cabby.
Well, there's no caddy on it. So
well, then it
got all plugged up, and it just like, I don't know what happened, but I was like going up a hill, and we were going 65, and as you start going up a hill, car pulls a little harder. So I was pushing down the gas more, but it just kept getting slower and slower and slower and slower and slower.
Oh,
And
no.
it turned out my exhaust was plugged up inside the caddy. So we just cut it off.
Just cut the caddy out. Well, your O2 sensor is either in or right behind your catalytic converter.
Yeah, so that's why.
So yeah, if it's tripping, your car's like, hey, yeah.
Yeah, so Dad's just like,
the oxygen's not working right.
They make things we can just screw in there and it'll just say it's good. So
yeah, but you can also it's
just like a bypass. I mean,
for $400, you can probably get a new, you know.
Yeah, but I mean that car is, it's old and it's not your car's kind of cool old.
No, yeah.
You know, it's a 23-year-old car.
Yeah.
So,
and that was right when they started making cars that didn't really like last long. They started taking a lot of the steel out.
But these, I mean, every one that I've had, I've kept for a long time.
It's a
for
GMC.
the most part. Yeah. My first car was a 04 Pontiac Grand Prix.
Yeah, those were
silver,
classics.
and I kept that fucker for 8-9 years, and probably put 200,000 miles on it.
Damn.
220. It had 380 when it finally gave out, and it was just a transmission seal. It was like a $30 seal that if I would have just wanted to take like the 10 hours in a week that it would have done to like pull the engine out and reset it. But then Dad was like, if you go that far, you just as well rebuild all your seals, because you know that's coming. And this is I don't think the work is going to be worth this car. That really sucks. I miss that car a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I should try and find another one of them, but they're getting up there in miles.
No,
but
get yourself a Chevy Metro. Get yourself a little tiny 42 mile to the gallon, you know.
I've really thought about it with as much as I have to drive back and forth across town.
Dude, they're fucking...
I've really thought about it, but my problem is I gotta have enough room to carry all that fucking sound equipment and shit.
True. Yeah.
Because that seems to just
Get
have
an
to
element,
stay
dude.
on me. Oh yeah, get an element.
Bro, they're fucking
Oh, that's what I was gonna
badass,
tell you.
dude.
When we were on our way to the casino, we were going up to the Casey's on. We were pulling up past the Casey's on 24th Street, South 24th. That one. Oh no, we were on our way to the show, and that real sketchy Casey's, and there was an element starting to pull out, exact same color scheme as yours, and Taylor's like, "That's got to be Reece right there." So he rolls down the window and is like sticking his head out the window, and like from like a block and a half away, I'm like, "There's no way that is Reece. There's no way that Reece is at this gas station.
Yeah.
There is no chance that he's sitting there." It definitely wasn't you.
Yeah,
100%. But it took clear up until Taylor was like,
"Oh yeah,
that wasn't
bad.
him. Yeah, that wasn't him."
That's crazy.
No, it wasn't. I could tell it was a black guy from a block and a half back there.
Dude, you know what's crazy is most of the guys that drive these Elements, they're South American people, and I don't know what their deal with the Element is, why they like it so much, or what like. But dude, when I was going to look to sell mine, my last one when I sold it, it was 99% people that spoke Spanish that wanted it. They were like, "Dude, I love these cars," you know. And then when I went to buy one, it was 99% people that were Spanish selling theirs because, and none of them were less than 200,000 miles. It's like, oh yeah, a ton of issues with this,
ton of
but
issues
you know,
that run to death.
yeah, here's $1,000 for it, and so I finally found this one with 300,000
It's
miles.
a Honda, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty simple to work on. It's probably that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean it is.
They're I don't know. There's something about real box square shit I don't like.
I don't like it either. You get on the interstate, the wind whips you fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
And you get less good gas mileage because of it, because you're a fucking parachute on wheels pretty much, you know.
Also, it looks fucking gay.
It does. It looks horrible. And then you're in it and you're like, oh, this is pretty nice, you know.
Yeah,
but
it's
from
one of
the
them
outside,
things,
yeah, you're like,
you know, you look at it, I can't believe this is my car.
yeah, I mean, dude, all the time I pull up somewhere, I'm like, I look like a fucking geek. You know?
I gotta park around the corner and walk up to
Yeah.
I can't park right in front of where I'm going. They can't see me in this thing.
No, when I first got it, I had a lot of pride in it. I was like, dude, I can't wait for people to see this, my new fucking car.
And then
Dude.
your eyes were open.
It's weird because, like, you know,
well, yeah, you're proud of your purchase and your hard work.
random people, like, know about, like, their utility and, like, how badass they are. there's that one guy that comes with his like black fiance or girlfriend. I always forget his name.
Oh yeah, Shay.
Shay.
Yeah.
And dude, all the time he's like, "How's the element running, dude? Like, God, I'm so jealous of you." And I'm like, "Man, this is not the kind of guy that I want to get." You know, but it's random people that are like, "Dude, those things are fucking great. It's so cool."
Yeah, but then your deepest and closest friends tell you how they really feel.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell you how it really is.
They're like, "Yeah, man, it's
Fucking
different."
it's something.
Yeah, it's something. I gotta get downtown soon now.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
coming
what
up on
time
an
is it?
hour.
Yeah, we're getting right about there. Well, you got any plugs you want to say? This won't be out, not this Thursday, but it'll be next Thursday.
Yeah, just shout out to Comedy at the Dubliner. Shout out Quick Draw Comedy, Low Gear Comedy, Smiley Comedy. Shout out my podcast, Dude Actually. Shout out Lucas Schneider and Unpasteurized for having me on today.
Hell yeah, what a terrific guest you were. What a time it was. And goddamn, we'll have to have you back sometime when Taylor's actually here to really drive you
I love
fucking
fucking
insane.
with that guy, dude.
It's so much fun. So,
Yeah, dude.
thanks for listening.
I'll be on anytime.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, thanks, guys. Bye.